Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to really get into a specific case study on nursing home accountability.
A pretty significant one, too.
A very significant one. It's a case out of Virginia that resulted in a $500,000 settlement, and it really all hinges on documented failures.
And that's the key, right? The documentation. It's how you can transform what seems like a simple, preventable injury into a clear case of liability.
And for the firms that specialize in this area, it's never really just about that one injury, is it?
No, not at all. It's always about the systemic failure behind the injury. I mean, their core practice areas are all interconnected. Fall injuries, bed sores, even wrongful death.
They all tend to stem from similar root causes.
Exactly. And, it's important to mention their business model. It's almost always no recovery, no fee.
Which is huge for the families involved.
It's everything. It means they can pursue justice without worrying about massive upfront legal bills.
Okay, so let's dig into the details of this specific Virginia case. The resident, an 83-year-old woman named Mary.
Right, and she had some pretty significant needs, very limited mobility, and also early-stage Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So she required a high level of care.
A very high level of assistance. And yet, she had this terrible fall during a simple transfer.
From a bed to a wheelchair, of
Yeah.
all things. And the injuries were just, well, a fractured hip and a fractured wrist.
For someone in their 80s, that is completely life-altering. You're talking about extensive surgery, months of rehab.
And this is the crucial part. That fall wasn't just some random isolated accident. The evidence showed two very clear layers of critical negligence.
Okay, so what were they?
Well, first you have the immediate lapse.
Wow.
The staff just failed to provide the proper assistance during that transfer.
A direct failure of care.
A direct failure. But the second layer is what really shifts the entire legal argument. The facility had a documented systemic history of being understaffed.
And that's where it gets really interesting from a legal perspective. Why does documented understaffing make the case so much stronger than just, that one single mistake?
Because it allows the legal team to argue gross negligence.
Not just simple negligence.
Exactly. Simple negligence might be a one-off mistake, like a forgotten medication dose. Gross negligence means showing a willful or reckless disregard for the patient's safety.
And the staffing logs prove that disregard.
They prove the facility knew. They knew, or they absolutely should have known, that they were running below state-mandated staffing ratios. They couldn't provide safe care, and they were violating safety protocols repeatedly.
So that evidence, the paper trail, establishes a pattern. It's not just a mistake, it's an operational choice that put people at risk.
Yes, and you can see how this all connects back to their other practice areas, can't you?
How so?
Well, think about it. The resident, Mary, fractures her hip. She's now immobile for weeks.
Which puts her at an extremely high risk for developing severe pressure injuries or bed sores.
An extremely high risk. So that single fall can spiral. The legal team, led by Joe Musso in this case, brought in medical and industry experts to translate those understaffing records into quantifiable proof of failure.
And that exhaustive investigation led straight to the $500,000 settlement.
It did. The underlying message is about establishing liability when a facility fails to meet its most basic obligation.
So for you, the learner, this case is a perfect illustration of how these claims work.
It is. Successful negligence claims rely on proving that the facility violated mandatory state safety protocols. It's the documented failure to comply, the understaffing, that enables the highest level of accountability.
We've seen the severe consequences here, the fractured hip, the fractured wrist, all stemming from chronic understaffing and poor supervision. And that raises a bigger systemic question, doesn't it? What does the sheer prevalence of litigation in high-risk areas like fall injuries and bed sores actually tell us about the standard of care in facilities across the nation? That's the question we should probably keep mulling over.